Hey you, welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
I'm wife.
And together we're reading the Bible.
Starting with Genesis and eventually ending with Revelations, we're working through every book and offering our atheist 2 cents.
Or shekels.
Yeah, those. We're asking questions and pointing out all the nonsense.
We aren't academics or scholars.
Nope. In fact, when it comes to religion, we really don't know anything at all.
What we've learned so far is that God's a dick.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? If you're interested in how we reached this startling conclusion, maybe start from episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in anywhere. It's all good.
Yep.
Hey wife, we just got a new sponsor. It's Anchor. They must think we're doing something right because they picked us back up.
That's amazing. Want to hear something even more amazing?
Yeah?
I actually know what they are.
You are full of shit. I'm calling your bluff. Tell me about Anchor.
Okay, so Anchor by Spotify is the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place.
I'm actually surprised you knew that, but did you also know that Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer?
Yes, because I see you do that on your phone all the time and it looks pretty simple.
It really is, and when hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
But I use CastBox.
Yeah, darling, I know you like CastBox. It gets distributed there too, and lots of other platforms as well.
And how much are we paying for this awesome service?
Absolutely nothing.
Coolio! So then we should tell people to download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started?
Yep, do it now.
Hey, husband.
What's up, wife?
I got a question for you.
Do you?
Yeah.
What kind of question you got?
Want to get divorced?
No.
Me neither. I'm so glad you said no. But that's what we're talking about today, though.
Well, that and clan tribe things.
Oh, we are?
Well, I mean, I did some research on it, so...
Oh.
I mean, I'm going to say something about it.
Oh, I didn't realize.
I don't want to just... We asked the question in the last episode, so we got to cover it at some level.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Hey, wife.
Yes, husband.
Did you know that we are now on Patreon?
Yes, because you told me, but also, no, tell me more.
So we're on Patreon now.
Are we?
We are, and our supporters can go there and support us, and we have multiple levels all the way up to You Killed God.
That sounds really drastic and escalated quickly-ish.
Well, no, there's multiple levels before there, so it escalates on a sliding scale of, cheap to not cheap.
Oh.
But, we can definitely use any amount, so, any support is always appreciated.
So, what exactly is Patreon?
It's a place where you can show your support for our podcast. And
just our podcast?
Any podcast or any performer. But, we're the ones that, you're listening to right now. So maybe you should, support us. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. But we love you anyway.
So all you got to do is go to Patreon, look up Sacrilegious Discourse. It's actually patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse is our actual main page there. So head on over and send us some love.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to kick this off this time.
Whoa. That's a bit weird.
I know, right? Usually you do it.
That feels very strange.
I know. That's why I was like, I had to ask 3 times before I was like, I'm talking first? What the hell? What's going on? Okay. So, all right. We had 2 questions in the last episode. And one of them was about divorce. And one of them about what the fuck is a clan?
Like what
versus a tribe versus a what? What the hell is that? And so, we all know there's the Israelites and the Canaanites and yada, 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 right?
Those are the only 2 you know, and that's why you said yada, yada.
There's the Amorites and the
Hittites.
The Hittites. There's a lot of ites. There's
do you know I only know the Hittites because they were mentioned in Ghostbusters?
I didn't. You would know that because of Ghostbusters. That's yeah.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
Go on.
All right. So anyway, I did some research on clans versus tribes, and because they were marrying within their clan, is what it said in Leviticus 22.
Okay.
So I was curious what that meant. Did it mean just Israelites? Did it mean Like within your family, what?
You
like,
wanted
what
to
does
know if it
mean?
was incest or how big was their gene pool.
Right. So, like, I found some information about it, and it seems like there's, like, nobody really gives a shit about it, apparently. So, it seems like
What do you mean nobody gives a shit about it?
Well, I can't find hardly any information about it.
Oh, so you're saying nobody cared enough to write it down?
Right, yeah.
Either that or scholars and academics, they already know about it and they assume...
Take it for granted? Yeah. So the best I could come up with is that essentially there's like... It's at the very least, it's people marrying within their religion. So like you don't want to marry somebody that does not believe in your God. Because that's outside of your clan / tribe, whatever.
So like would Christians of today be considered one clan? And so you could marry another Christian?
No, I think Christians of today, each denomination would probably be its own clan.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But
so Baptist versus, what are the other ones?
Lutheran,
Methodist. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So the other, I found one brief note about possibly a clan could be within a namesake for like Aaron's sons and descendants. It could be that to keep a priestly air about the descendants of that line. So it could be incestual. Maybe, there was not enough information.
Are you saying ancestral or
incestual?
Incestuous?
Yeah. Incestuous.
Being of incest?
Yeah, that.
Okay.
That.
I thought you were saying ancestral.
It's late. And I'm dumb, so let's just chalk it up to that. Okay.
You've also gone a week without smoking.
There's
Congratulations.
That. Yeah, thanks. So anyway, it could be incest.
Could be incest.
I mean, it's not real clear. There wasn't a lot of information. If anybody has like a really good link, please send that to me because I really want to know more about it.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Well, all right, so you are asking, you covered divorce. So
I'm covering divorce.
Let's find out about divorce.
Yeah, and you still don't want one, right?
I still don't want one.
God, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, apparently the Bible only explicitly allows divorce for 2 reasons. Do you know what those 2 reasons are?
No.
Not even a little? You don't even want to try?
I mean, let's see. You cheated on your spouse.
That is, adultery is one.
Okay.
What else?
Oh.
You're not going to guess
you
it.
You disown God or something like that.
Close. Instances where an unbelieving spouse abandons the marriage.
Huh.
So, like, 2 non-believers, they get married and they're all happy, and then one of them becomes a Christian, and the other one is like, oh, fuck this, I'm out. Which is kind of what would happen with us.
Well, they weren't Christians back then. We're talking about the Torah right now.
Right,
so
no.
it's like,
I'm not talking about... I'm talking about where the Bible allows for divorce.
Got it.
Okay?
Got it.
So this is actually New Testament that I'm talking about at the moment. And I'm getting there.
Okay.
Follow me, okay?
Yep.
So as of right now, in the New Testament, there are only 2 exceptions that will allow divorce. And one of them is adultery. Well, it's actually sexual immorality. But the word that is used is porneia, which could also be expanded upon to include cases of domestic abuse, because the word is actually translated to be one flesh union, which is okay. So the word is actually translated to mean a breaking of the one flesh union, and one flesh is what. When you get married, you become one flesh.
Okay.
And so that's why some people, there's like arguments between Christians, but some Christians believe that domestic abuse would be another reason, because obviously physical abuse would be breaking that one flesh union.
Okay.
So, okay. So that's in the New Testament. So, but let's go. The question was, but what about back then?
Right.
Before the New Testament.
So Old Testament's obviously older.
Yeah.
So
obviously.
Okay.
So, back around the time that the Bible the Bible story starts.
Yeah.
The ancient Greeks were running rampant,
Sure.
doing their thing.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they saw marriage more as like a contract and less as a I love you forever romantic kind of thing.
Like,
so,
dude, we need some insurance, so let's get married.
I mean, that's how it would be today.
We're going to pop out 2 kids together and then,
No, it was a temporary thing. So they would get married and get divorced willy-nilly, like all over the place. And it wasn't like the nuclear family and, forever shall we remain.
It just had there was different mores about what
it was
marrying meant back then.
Exactly. It was just, their relationships were different from ours. And they did not believe in struggling through a hard situation because it wasn't necessary. They could just, go do something else.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Which is fine. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, right.
That worked for them.
Sure.
But then, so that was around 500 BCE, which is before Common Era. And so that went on for quite some time. But under Constantine's Christian rule in 330 CE, so this is like 830 years later, after the Greeks have been running around doing their thing, disgruntled couples needed a very serious reason to divorce, which would be...
So this is more in line with the Christian the New Testament reasons, because the New Testament would have been kind of gaining ground at this point.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So up until then... the Greeks could do whatever they wanted, but then after Christianity started to gain ground, then all of a sudden it was, we have to be married forever, one flesh.
To me, like Judaism was more in line with what the Greeks believed, as far as marriage was concerned, than what the New Testament says.
Exactly. Exactly. Finding out that your partner was a murderer was also listed as a reason that you could be like, you know what?
Well, that's good.
I think I might be out.
I mean, if I found out that I was married to a serial killer, I'd definitely be like, yeah, I think we need a divorce.
I mean, wouldn't you want to know my reasons?
After you're locked up and away from me.
Oh my gosh. If I'm a serial killer and I haven't killed you yet and we've been married for 13 years, don't you just assume that you're not on my list?
But if I found out and asked you, that could change that whole, dynamic there.
I can't even keep a birthday or Christmas present secret, as we have said before. So do you think
I don't think you're a serial killer.
But do you think I'd be able to keep that a secret from you?
Like I said, I don't think you're a serial killer. So no, I don't.
Whatever.
So that basically it for the
So yeah, that was it.
Okay.
But I just thought it was interesting that like people could come and go and it was fine until Christianity.
And now it's this big fucking
it's this big deal. And people have to ask the church for permission to get a divorce, and they have to like give their good reason why. Especially like the Catholic Church, they can deny.
Well, you have to get, if you marry somebody that's not Catholic, they have to actually convert to Catholicism before you get married if they want to endorse the marriage.
Exactly.
There's like a whole training thing you have to go through to become Catholic or something.
Exactly.
I forget what it's called. I know it's there.
And if they get divorced, they have to ask permission of the church, and they have to show proof and reason why. Like,
but do you really though? Like, if you just decided to get divorced, couldn't you just go to the court and be like, yeah, we want a divorce?
Okay, yes, but we're talking about people who, for them, we talked about the Greeks having we talked about the Greeks having their mores and their understanding of what marriage is. If you talk to a practicing Catholic, their understanding of what marriage is and what's important to them is not going to be ours, and it's not going to be the Greeks. Because even at that, me and you, we're not, hardcore, like, I'll stay whether you beat me or whatever. Like, we're not that hardcore, but nor are we as lackadaisical as the Greeks saying, whatever, I'll see you later, bye.
Sure.
So, I mean, yes, could they legally get divorced? Yes. But could they spiritually? No, because their spirits would not be happy.
Whatever. Fuck their spirits.
That's mean. I'm just trying to understand this from a non-judgmental.
I got you.
These Q&As to me are about understanding
where they're coming from, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, I get it. So that was helpful. I appreciated that.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see you Thursday.
Yeah, we'll see you Thursday. We're going to be doing 23 and 24.
Or is it?
No, we just this is.
Okay, what? I don't know. Look, I barely know what day of the week it is.
I mean, we barely got this episode out on time.
I know, see?
Holy crap.
So shut up.
See you guys on Thursday.
Bye. Husband.
Yeah, wife.
It's the end, so we should say all the things.
We definitely should say all the things.
What things should we say?
So we want people to get a hold of us, and there's ways that they can do that.
So one of those ways I know is email. What's that email address?
sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com.
And they should do that by 5 Eastern on Sundays if they want their question to be included in our new Tuesday Q&A episodes every week.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to hearing from some of our fans, for sure.
Yeah.
They can also get a hold of us on social media. And we have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. Probably the easiest way would be through Twitter at sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts still.
Yes, still.
Still.
I guess.
Or dum-dum or doo-doo.
Yeah, wherever you want to go with that, I guess.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have all those things and they should go there.
Yeah, they should.
Okay. And then also, what else should they do?
They should, review us on Apple Podcasts, because that really, really helps us out. And, if you are on any other podcasting app, just hit a heart or a like thing or something.
A thumbs up.
Thumbs up,
nice.
Whatever the hell it is, just do it, okay?
Just do it.
All right. I think that's all we got.
Oh, you know what? I have one more thing.
Oh, she's got one more thing.
Thank you so much, guys, for listening and choosing us to spend your time with. We really appreciate you all, and you're definitely top shelf.
Yeah, honestly, it makes us smile just about every day.
Yep.